Hello and welcome back to more Super Mario Maker where we're building Keep Yoshi. I have a few more of your comments, just 2 comments, but they're pretty involved, so I did make a lot of sort of changes to the overall, like I think I streamlined things a little bit better, I think, and balanced it maybe a little bit better. Kind of getting out of the playtesting phase, like having placeholders. But anyway, we'll get to that. Let's start with your comments. We have 2 comments here, but again, like I said, they're pretty involved. The first one is just one thing, but let's read it. From Game & Rage, you kind of found a cheese at the end when you jumped through the buzzsaw. You could probably just jump through the buzzsaw to get to the goal early. So I don't have the way that it was before. Oh wait, I don't have to go to the other world. I don't have the way that it was before because I already did change it and save it, but just to kind of remind you, it's when we get to this ending area, this was just buzzsaws here, and without these spikes here, and without these blocks here. So you could, in theory, get over to here, and these buzzsaws were up here. So you could jump over to here, run into the buzzsaw, and when you lose Yoshi, you get that little moment of invincibility, and you could use that to fall through to the goal. So yeah, that was a bit of an exploit there. I was not thinking of how you could kind of cheat and phase through the buzzsaws. So that should be taken care of now. I think I tried to make sure there were no other places that I don't want to give too much away about what I changed about that other section. But as for over here, I think it's okay. I don't think you can really run into them. This seems pretty good. I don't think you can exploit it, because then this requires you to beat the level with Yoshi. I'll go in more in depth about changes that I made to this section. They're really minor, you might not even notice, but I'll explain them in a moment. First, let me read the other comment we have, a multi-part comment. So I'm going to read the entire comment and then kind of address things one by one. From SweetBananaGaming. Number 1, maybe you can work a bit more on the design with vines, semi-solid platforms, and mushroom platforms, etc. 2, move the last place door to the end, make a cage with blocks, the door, Yoshi, and a one-way so Mario can't get in, but you can get out with that Yoshi. It's pretty stupid to end back at the start, you know, and by the way, people can just die to end back at the checkpoint. Number 3, you should replace every first spiky trap with a block so you can't die at the side of them. Number 4, in the platform grinder section you can use tracks and wings so you don't have to wait that long for Yoshi to come. Number 5, you don't have to end with Yoshi. Number 6, at the end of the level make a cage around the grinder so Yoshi can't fall through. As it is now, Mario can just lose Yoshi, damage boost through the grinder, grab Yoshi back, and skip a lot of the level. Okay, so let's go. Well, the first bullet point about design, I'm gonna skip over that just for now because that's something I haven't addressed just yet. I haven't worked on it yet. So number 2, as far as where the door is, I did change all the doors. Let's go back to the beginning. If you remember, I had all of the doors right here, and then a one-way over here. Pretty much all the doors that were in this world, I guess. Not counting the other world. And so, yeah, that is a good point. Like, I think it was going back and forth. I know some people are kind of the opinion of, oh, you should be able to keep Yoshi all the way through the end. And that's fine, but I think I would rather have the doors in different places. And I did take out the checkpoints, getting to another thing. I won't show the other world just yet, but you see, I took out the checkpoint here. Oh, I did not mean to draw stuff. I took out the checkpoint here, and I added this little cage. So let's say I get over to the end. Ignore this for a second. Let's say I get over to the end, and I miss something, and I have to go back through this door somehow. Alright, so then I come here, and I pick things back up, and it kind of acts as a checkpoint. So, that takes care of that. Let me show where all of them are. So at first I had everything reset you back to here. So now instead we make it through this first part, you have to make this jump, and you get the P switch, in order to get Yoshi out of here. If you happen to lose Yoshi, you get the P-switch and you take this door to the beginning. That's the first door you saw in the beginning. If you get Yoshi and you hit the P-switch, and let's say you're being lazy, I don't know why you would possibly slow things down, but let's say you slow things down and you don't make it to the blocks in time, you can just go through this door and get to here. So, and then you can try again. And hopefully you get it this time, because it really is not that long of a run for this part. So now let's go into the other world for a moment. I had another cage here. I did have a door here already. If you lose Yoshi, you could just kind of come back here and reset things. So I do have that. And this again allows you to not kind of have two Yoshis. You only kind of have access to it if you mess up and you want to go back. Also, right, because I took out the checkpoint, I really don't need these spikes here, so that because I don't need to make myself smaller again. However, in this instance, I kept the spikes there because I wanted to just give kind of a little hint, like, oh, you lose Yoshi and you get him back again. I just wanted to, in case you're not familiar with this Yoshi trick, I wanted you to have to try it out one time and then figure it out so that you could have it ready for this part, so that, if that makes sense. So I did that, and we have the reset door here. Really nothing else has changed about this. I added an arrow here just in case. I know a lot of times I've kind of run and run into a thwomp there. I do think maybe I should add this a little bit, just so I don't run right off the edge. Just a little warning. I don't know, maybe that's not hardcore enough. Or I'll add a block. I don't know what I'll add. I'll have it like that for now. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Is it too hard or too... whatever. It doesn't matter. We jump up here, and I added one block here just because this was kind of a barely make it jump. And I would say... there was a muncher here instead of that block, and I would say, oh, go ahead and you gotta make that jump and just make it. But if you hit it there with Yoshi, you really can't reset. You just have to kind of die and start over. So I wanted to make it a little bit more forgiving that way. So nothing's different here, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the other world again. So I told you about this checkpoint here. It's not really a checkpoint, but you know, it's a door, reset door. So I think that covers all of the reset doors. Okay, so that takes care of point number 2. Point number 3. Oh yeah, replacing every spiky trap. Let's see, reset. You should replace every first spiky trap with a block so you can't die at the side of them. I have to be honest, I get what you mean. I know what you're talking about, how you can run into a spiky block and die. I'm just not sure which section you were talking about. So to be on the safe side, I kind of put like when you childproof things, I just kind of put blocks at the end of all these spikes here. And I did put them here too because I was having that issue of running into it and it was annoying, and this jump at the end was kind of annoying. And it also allowed for you to kind of beat the level without Yoshi. And I think the way I have it here makes it so that you realistically need to keep Yoshi in order to beat the level. I'm not 100% sure if there's still a way you can cheat it. But that is that. Let's see. Was there any other spiky trap? I did not put one on the end here because you're going down. I put them in the other world. I didn't put them here because that defeats the whole purpose, or here because that defeats the whole purpose. But that was my other thing about putting this block here on the munchers. Anyway, that takes care of the block on the spiky trap. Let's go to number 4, which is probably the thing I spent the most time working on. In platform grinder section, you can use tracks and wings, so you don't have to wait that long for Yoshi to come. And yeah, I did work on this a little bit. Here. I kind of redid this. Instead of a whole bunch of platforms, I put them on tracks and put wings. Let's go ahead and put me over here, so we can kind of show it off. Oh, I messed that up. Let's try it again. Alright. So we go here. And now we don't have to wait that long. Yoshi comes right up. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to change this over here into a 1-up. So let me do that. Instead of coins, because really you're not waiting that long anymore. But for the couple of seconds you do have to wait, I will give you a little something for your trouble. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, because it spawned at the top. Is that it? Or is there something up here? Alright, I'm gonna do this and move this here, I guess. I don't think that interferes with the jump or anything either. You know, just a little something for your trouble for waiting all 5 seconds. Okay, so that takes care of this, and another thing here. Another thing with this section, I still have this little pit. I took away these spikes here because there's no checkpoint here. And so I was gonna have this completely flat surface. When I tried it though and I ran all the way, Yoshi had too much momentum and flew off the platform. And that kind of goes against what I was trying to do with this. So I kept it here so it limits how much momentum you can have making that jump. So Yoshi stays kind of within range there. The only thing I haven't figured out is if there's a way to really cheat this. I don't think there is, because let's say you fall through with Yoshi. You can't really spring back up. Well, I guess you could while you're invincible, but even then if you don't have Yoshi then to jump back up, you can't make it up here, so you'd have to go through the spikes, the grinders, and you can't. So I'm pretty sure there's not really a way to cheat this. Now, I'm sure somebody will probably find a way. If there is a way, somebody will find it. But in normal gameplay, unless you're trying to find a way to cheat it, I don't think that you have to worry. Let me move that over here. I just want to try that little 1-up section just to make sure it fits. Okay. And again. Gotta wait for Yoshi. Wait for Yoshi to hatch. Alright, let's do this one more time. Well, at least that let me try again. Oh, I can still get too much momentum. Alright, so let's see what I want to do here. I guess I'll add... Guess I'll move this over. And that. So it looks like I still had too much momentum. I wonder what I want to do about that. Oh, that time I got him right on the platform. Alright, so this is good, I guess. Let's see. Didn't change this section, so let's get to point number 5. You don't have to end with Yoshi. I think number 5 and 6 are kind of together. Point number 5, you don't have to end with Yoshi. Point number 6, at the end of the level, make a cage around the grinder so Yoshi can't fall through. As it is now, Mario can just lose Yoshi, damage boost through the grinder, grab Yoshi back, and skip a lot of the level. So, we already kind of talked about that. We can't really fall through here anymore. And I think this part is somewhat bug-proof. I believe. I could be wrong. But... this is a little more solid. Oh yeah, I added a block here. So, because a lot of times when I had Yoshi, remember this part, you have to have Yoshi eat the P block, carry it all the way down, and spit it out over here. Well, I added the little block over here because too many times I was spitting it off the ledge, and it's a yellow block so that when you hit the P switch, you can just run right through, you don't have to worry about jumping. And this section, I did test a few times. There is enough time to make it all the way across. But if you're not thinking and you're just running all the way straight through and you hesitate at any point and then you try to run straight through here and the timer goes out, you can kind of fall through here, so that's a little bit of a trap. But you can just jump over it, so it's not really a big deal. But I did move the coins back a little bit because I was thinking if it was too close, especially now that I added these gray blocks, if you fell through, you could kind of use Yoshi and jump to this first block and then like use a Yoshi jump to this first block and then jump to the second block and kind of jump to finish the game. I think this way there's not really any way of fudging it. I guess that's about it. The only other thing was going back to point number 1, which was working the design more with vine, semi-solid platforms, and mushroom platforms. Oh, I just had an idea, because I was trying to think, I don't know where I would put them, but actually, I could kind of throw them around here. Let's Oh, I didn't realize so many different kinds of semi-solid platforms. Interesting. Yeah, I want to do one of these. Let's get rid of this. We'll see how long that goes. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's a variety. I don't know if this is exactly what you had in mind, but it's some variety. So there is that. Let's see. That. Let me do, just in case, do a block here. So there's something. It's a little bit different. Let's see, where else can we add some of these things? I could make this, maybe? Where was the other? Oh, there's the mushroom platform. It kind of went in the background there. Let me undo that. You know, I want to... Let me try varying this up a little bit. So that you still can't really cheat across it, but just add some design variety here. I know, I don't know if you could exactly call this design. It's not really... It doesn't really have a whole lot of meaning in it. But some stuff like this, it makes it a little bit more interesting. I don't know if these mushroom platforms are really necessary. They're actually not. I do have a mushroom / semi-solid platform here. What else? As far as vines go, I would like to put them somewhere, but I don't know if they're gonna mess with the functional part of the game, of the level, because you can climb on vines. I want to make sure I put them in a place where it doesn't make it possible to cheat. It kind of reminded me of a puzzle that I forgot to put in this level, which would be good for a Keep Yoshi sort of level, where you lose Yoshi and you have him run across note blocks to activate vines so you can climb across something. But for now, I think I'll save that for potentially a different level that I try to do. As far as vines, I guess I could put some vines here. Vary the length a little bit. I don't know, or do I want to extend them all the way down? No, something like that. There's some more variety. I could put it all the way through. I think that would get a little disorienting though. Okay, so I don't really want any vines for this part because you can it kind of messes with like this whole section. You're not supposed to, like, you would be able to climb up somehow, I guess. This part, I could, no, because you're supposed to have Yoshi on this part, so the vines wouldn't actually come in handy, I don't think. But I mean, as a decorative purpose, I don't know. Let's see, what else do we have? Honestly, this is tough because I'm kind of drawing a blank on a couple of these things. If you guys have any other ideas similar to this, I want to hear your comments, because I think what I want to do, let me know what you guys think. I think what I want to do, the level is basically done. I will play through it. I will try to play through it all the way one time. The level is basically done, but I will give one more chance after this episode. I'm not going to upload it. I want to hear out your comments on these changes I made and any other, like, polishing, if you caught any other bugs, any other ways I can make the aesthetic design more appealing or more organized or something. Let me know in the comments. I'll look at your comments. You know, I'll give it a couple weeks for you guys to comment before I finally upload it, and then I'll do an episode on me uploading it and the code, the ID code, and any changes I might have made. But for now, let's play through it from the beginning and see how this thing goes. I'm gonna actually look down at my gamepad because I don't know if there's any delay when you watch it on the TV screen, but it's certainly, like, it's harder for me to coordinate it when I'm watching the TV screen. It's definitely a lot easier for me to watch it on the gamepad. So I'm going to do that. Alright, so here, we do this. He went that way. Interesting. That's, I don't think that's happened before. I guess because I turned right as he was getting hit. Okay, we're gonna do this, and we're not gonna run into the thwomp. We're gonna jump over the thwomp. And we're gonna jump over these things. And we have sort of a little mini boss fight here. It's one of those boss fights you can kind of skip. Oh yeah, I made sure that in these things, anytime you do one of these things, that you can't really lose Yoshi. Which is good, because this is kind of an annoying... This can be an annoying fight. Okay, so now we're here. We're gonna get back into the pipe. And we're on the sort of last leg here. So let's do this. And I messed it up. Well, let's go ahead and do ourselves all a favor and pick it up from here. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not sure if this... I think this is where I had the pit before, but I'm gonna move it one over here. And do that. So I have a little more space. So I don't have to, I'm not like jumping at the last second. I think that'll help. So let's try that. Okay, looks like it worked. Let's get that one up. And let's hop along with Yoshi. Okay, now we've got our second sort of boss fight, if you want to call it that. Kind of an optional boss fight, because you don't need a key or anything. Let's bonk this guy so he's not in our way. Get that fire. I should be trying to eat the piranha plants because they let me shoot 3 fireballs. But we're doing alright, actually. This is better than it usually goes. Okay, so now let's jump out of there. Grab this P-switch. Run along. Do a little hop there. Keep running. Okay, now we gotta make a mad dash here. I mean, we do have plenty of time. And again, you can kind of jump to avoid the gap. But you have to be quick. No lollygagging. Let's wait for it to get to the top. And we did it. Okay, so that is our Keep Yoshi level. Oh, the other thing I want you guys to leave a suggestion for in the comments is a better title than Keep Yoshi, because it's obviously not an original concept. It's something that's been done before by other people to keep Yoshi, so the name Keep Yoshi isn't all that inventive. So give me your suggestions on a better way to name this level rather than Keep Yoshi. Also, like I said, any more comments about the design, if you found any potential bugs or exploits, any more that are left, let me know. I'll take a look at your comments. I probably won't do another creating episode. I'll probably just make the changes and upload it and show you with the course ID. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Definitely leave a comment and leave a like if you like this video. Comment everything I just asked you to comment, especially a name. I think a better name than Keep Yoshi would be a good suggestion. Also, subscribe if you'd like to stay updated on my videos. Also, if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can like my page on Facebook or follow me on Twitter. The links are in the description. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of Super Mario Maker, where we'll probably be playing the finished, renamed Keep Yoshi level. See you next time.